Over here is my Dancing with Smurfs or blueberry varieties of tomatoes, which I probably need to stake these guys, along with my asparagus patch. I have never harvested any of these. They've been in here for about 2 years. I did thicken the patch with let's say 16 more little asparagus babies this year, so I'll probably leave them alone next year as well. I'm hoping that these little asparagus berries will turn into seeds and make even more asparaguses, and maybe in a couple of years I'll have a nice thick patch of asparagus. I know I said my channel was probably permaculture, and asparagus will come back for years and years and years if you treat them right. One of the things you want to do is avoid early harvesting, and that's something I'm doing. These being in here on the side, and I'm really not supposed to, I don't know if tomatoes are a good companion plant for asparagus, but some of them kind of volunteered, so now I plant them on purpose. And that silly little morning glory keeps growing in there, and it irritates me, but I can't stop it. I keep killing them, and they keep coming back because the previous owners planted morning glories. Over here is my music garlic. I already harvested the scapes on most of them, but I'm letting 2 go to flower because I want the seeds. And then way back here in the back is one little salsify seed and other little salsify seed. I planted more, but they all died off, and those are the only 2 that made it. And then I've got a little ginger patch over here that's making it. And this variety of grapes is called Mars, and they're supposed to do really well in my state and be kind of resistant to whatever grape germs and rots they get up here. This is my carrot patch. At least it's supposed to be carrots, but I'll be danged if that don't look like a marigold, and I did not plant marigolds this year, so I don't know where that came from. And there's some onions in there, and one of my onions looks like it's going to go to seed, and I'm okay with that. We'll let it go to seed. Who cares? Over here is like my short weed area, and I've been kind of letting it do it at once because I planted marshmallow seeds in it. And you can see, I think this is the marshmallow, and there's some more marshmallow, and there's some more marshmallow. And then I also planted some lovage seed in here. I haven't seen that pop up, but it's in there, and lovage tends to grow kind of easy, so I'm hoping it'll pop up. This area, there's a pipe off the side of my house, and the drainage goes underneath the driveway, and it kind of dumps underneath the asparagus. And then this area is like largely standing water every time it rains. So that's why I planted the marshmallow here, because I try to consciously decide like what would go well with what I have instead of turning something into what would work for what I'm trying to plant. So this area has a lot of standing water all the time, so that's why I planted marshmallow here. And then over here, God, don't look at how bad it is. It's really weedy, but I wanted this to be a kale Grex patch. So, but when we had all the rain, the slugs came and ate all of the kale. So I had one little kale that survived. So obviously I'm nursing this one along because it's pretty hardy. And I've got a million frigging morning glories that keep coming up back here that make me sad. And I've got some more tree kale over here that I'm hoping will take off. Also got a pretty nice plantain patch, which plantains have some medicinal values, which again, I don't really want to get into medicinal values over here, but when these come up, you can get the seeds out of these and get fiber out of these guys once the seeds develop. And the plantain plants have some value. But as far as this patch goes, I have more kale Grex seeds that I went ahead and started again when the others all died off, that I plan on planting when they're big enough to survive the slugs, and maybe when it's not so rainy so that the slugs won't eat them all. Oh, and there's another great plant on the fence. So that is pretty much the tour of the backyard. Oh, I have another 2 blackberry bushes back here, but I don't remember what they are. They're some kind of upgrade variety. I have no idea what kind they are, but they're back here. But yeah, so that's the tour of the backyard. I have more stuff in the front yard, but this is the backyard.